Hey guys, welcome back to the Magfed Ranch Paintball channel, and today I'm going to be doing a tabletop review of the Lapco Mock Suppressor and why it's not Magfed worthy. But before we get into it guys, subscribe to the channel, smash the like button, share, and comment. Okay guys, so just obviously a few clarifications real quick, okay? This suppressor made by Lapco fits, works, fully as intended as how Lapco designed it. You know, Lapco built it, and Lapco, made it for it to work with paintball markers. Obviously they didn't market it towards Magfed paintball markers. They just marketed it toward paintball markers in general. Okay, but why I'm shooting the video for you guys today is because as Magfed players, we're always constantly in search of potential accessories or gear or whatever that would actually really, truthfully work with our paintball markers, and just in general, work in terms of the real gameplay, right? There's a chest rig, and the magazine holder actually the pouch actually fits with our magazines, right? Well, for me, I wanted to see if I could use this suppressor to kind of complete my MR12 Mod O marker, as you can see here, right? Which is kind of a very clone reproduction marker of the famous Mark 12 Mod O rifle. And so I wanted to be able to kind of get that suppressor look on it. And guys, this is it. Full disclaimer: this is my fault. I kind of researched a little bit about the suppressor before I purchased it. And, so speaking of that as well to you guys, right? I'm not sponsored. I'm a small channel right now, guys. Blow my channel up, right? But this isn't, this wasn't given to me by anybody. This wasn't, given to me by Lapco or anything like that. Okay? So the Lapco suppressor, as you can see here, comes with just this packaging. It just comes in this little plastic sleeve, and of course like a little label with Lapco's information on it. Pretty much just kind of their slogan, their kind of their address, made in USA, which I do like. Inside the tube is kind of where they hide all the little things that go with the suppressor. The installation, which is actually quite good. It's pretty explanatory, the little threaded sleeve that you need to use to attach to the barrel to get the suppressor to fit. And give me 1 second, guys, trying to knock that out. And a few inserts to work with the different size barrels out there, right? Whether it's whether it's 7/8 inch or an 8 full inch barrel, okay guys? So the thing I didn't realize, although like I told you guys, I did read the instructions and kind of did kind of see how it was installed. I didn't realize that the front of the suppressor here, as you can see, it comes pre-installed with an O-ring in here, which is supposed to seal over a 1 inch diameter barrel, okay, if your barrel that you're using is 1 inch. And then of course, if it's a 7/8 inch barrel, then you're supposed to use the corresponding adapter to work with that 7/8 inch barrel, okay? And so what you're supposed to do is, here, I'll kind of show you guys real quick. I'll take this flash hider off on the MR12 here. So you're supposed to find the correct insert, and it is kind of beveled too, so it only kind of, it's supposed to go in one way as well, guys. So you'll see that the kind of like the wider or the thicker side is going to go towards the inside. Okay, so this one isn't for that size barrel. So it's going to be the other sleeve. So same thing, guys. It has kind of like a little flange, and it's a little bit wider at the end that goes on first. So you're supposed to slide that piece on first. Then you're supposed to slide on the threaded insert. Okay? It comes with an Allen key for you to, of course, loosen and tighten the Allen keys on that insert, that threaded insert, to lock it down in place once it's where you want it. Okay. And there's 3 set screws on it. On the instructions, like I said, the instructions, guys, it's very pretty clear on how you're supposed to install it. So I'm just gonna kind of repeat the process for you guys here. So if some of you guys can notice already the problem I'm gonna run into, right? Okay, see? So it's supposed to attach like that. You're supposed to cinch down the Allen screws so that way it locks that piece in place, and obviously, try to make it as straight, perpendicular with the barrel as much as possible, so that way the suppressor will be canted, oriented correctly. And then what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to slide this thing down far enough so that, like I was telling you guys, this is the one thing I wasn't sure of, that's why I wanted to test it. You wanted to slide it down far enough so that the barrel will go into that O-ring in the front here. So in essence, the suppressor is stabilized by both ends. The back end and the front end of the suppressor is stabilized by the barrel, okay? And the back side is held in by that threaded insert with the plastic spacer for the correct barrel diameter. And in the front, you're supposed to use either this O-ring, or for a 7/8 inch barrel, they give you this separate plastic insert for it to match the 7/8 inch barrel. But anyways, like I was telling you guys, it's supposed to be stabilized in the front and the back. And so, if you just have it stabilized from the back, even with the threaded insert, I'm obviously grossly doing this, guys, but as you guys can see, there's this potential for wobbleness, right? There's this potential for it might not be straight, right? It might be canted a little bit off to the left, right, up, down, just whichever direction. And the problem with that is, of course, one, when you go play it around, come on, guys, we're pretty, abusive to our markers. On gameplay, you don't have the time to worry about, oh shoot, I'm gonna, jump somewhere or slide somewhere and worry about if my marker's gonna hit. And so what's gonna happen is when you're playing around, it's gonna move if you don't have the barrel stabilizing the front end of the suppressor. And so with, the Magfed markers with their hand guards and corresponding hand guards, there's not enough barrel protruding to get both ends of the suppressor stabilized. And so unfortunately, this isn't gonna work with my, MR12 marker. I'm not gonna be able to get that suppressor style look that I'm looking for. Now that, some of you out there, you're gonna ask, well, Tuan, why don't you use a threaded on suppressor? And I have, guys, as you guys can see, I have several suppressors up here, right? Threaded on up top. This one is really cool, guys. I'll do a tabletop review of that shortly, okay? Some other time for you guys. But yeah, I'm definitely okay with using threaded on suppressors. The reason why I didn't want to use the threaded on suppressor though for the MR12 build was because the way, if you guys are familiar with that rifle, the Mark 12, the suppressor literally sits right at the very end of where this barrel adapter on the real rifle, it would be the gas block, right? There's like this Allen engineering collar, and the suppressor would cinch up right next up to it, okay? And so on the real marker, the suppressor would sit like this. And so that was the look that I was trying to go for. But unfortunately, it's not gonna work with the suppressor, guys. And I've done my fair research, guys, so I've done, I've looked and can't find a suppressor out there that's going to get me to achieve that look. So you know what? We're just gonna might have to make it, and then bring it to you guys one of these days. Now, I also wanted to show you, the MR110 as well too, right? It's a clone, of course, our clone rifle of the marker of the the M110 SAS, right? Sniper automatic, semi-automatic sniper system, right? But this one definitely has enough barrel for us to achieve this look, right? We definitely can slide it all the way over, and then of course have enough barrel length to get it to stabilize at the end. But the problem with this is that it's not going to achieve that accurate look that we're trying to go for. At least I'm trying to look for that look. And of course for Magfed players, one of the cool things we're trying to do is to try to achieve this realistic look. So that's not going to work. The last obvious question that you guys will ask will be, well, Twan, why don't you just put a longer barrel on the Mark 12 marker, right? The MR12 Mod-O or Mod 1 marker. I could do that, yes. So let's say I put a 20-inch barrel instead of the 18-inch rifle barrel I have here, right? Let's say I put a 20-inch rifle barrel, and now I have that extra 2 inches, or shoot, I might need an extra 4 inches, guys. But let's say I put a 22-inch barrel on here to get this to work. Well, the problem with this is that now we're married to the suppressor, right? The suppressor has to be on there to achieve that look. Otherwise, once we take the suppressor off, let's say one day you decide just to play it, non-suppressed to give it that kind of non-suppressed look. Well, now you have this 24-inch barrel that doesn't match the original rifle look, right? It doesn't match the original Mark 12 look. So guys, that was the tabletop review of the Lapco mock suppressor and why just like I said, it's just my personal opinion, isn't Magfed worthy. Check you guys in the next video. Bye.